Reid, and we're presenting our Judo House, which stands on the Wurundjeri land, and we pay our respects to elders of all nations, past, present and emerging. So the Judo House is in Richmond. It is on a confined 6 metre by 21 metre site, and we looked at the idea of using a screen to create the illusion of more space internally. Here is the side elevation, and here is the plan where we created a triangular courtyard to the side of the property, a kind of threshold or intermediate space where it would be protected from the street, but also allow the program from inside to spill into it. Here, all the elements of the home wrap around this pivot and central stair, which runs up the 4 levels of the home. Here is a courtyard to the street with front door and staircase to the side, encased in rear bar rods.
So it's a side entry, but it's actually the main entry. Officially, the town planners wanted the front, which is the north-facing, to be the official entry, so we kept both.
The clients were very much into privacy. They wanted to have privacy during the day, and but be able to access more sunlight than the Victorian cottage or terrace house.
And being so narrow, we thought if we use this perforated metal screen, you actually sort of include the whole street as part of your living room, but it's actually quite private during the daytime. So
here is that space, which allows a gate to the street if needed. And here is a diagram of the screens within the building.
And we also cut triangular sort of spaces out of the basement area, just to let light in, which will traversable as well. And both parents of the family are judo experts. The wife was a judo Olympian, so they wanted to teach their kids judo, and the heights of the rooms were kind of determined by how you could throw a kid over their shoulders.
And we investigated this idea with them about judo, which means the gentle way, and they're very much into achieving the kind of maximum that you could with the most minimal effect, and that became a kind of driver for this. We were also interested in this drawing by Duchamp of the pepper grinder in terms of seeing space as fluid and flowing, and how could we allude to more space in this small site.
And kind of movement around space.
The staircase is positioned in a way that the space wraps around that element, and the program kind of folds and bends accordingly. So there are areas of privacy and openness at the same time without the requirement of rigid kind of walls.
And also circular floor windows, so they can watch the judo practice from home as well.
Here is the staircase showing the kind of articulation with the 2 types of concrete and the felt ceiling.
And it's all rear bars, so kind of ready-made materials.
And the kitchen with the play nook, and here are the children that were all birthed throughout this process.
Not all of them.
And a view of the dining room and kitchen and entry courtyard.
And so there's no aircon, it's all heat pumps and solar power and solar power it's really quite great actually.
Here is the
flash concrete
screen to the street. So for town planning, the door was not to be really visible. It was not meant to be marked. And the facade has been articulated to break down the mass. And the screen obviously plays with the different light throughout the seasons. There is the front gate entry, and the screen at night, which lights up as a lantern, and there's a curtain for privacy when required. The front screen has an aperture as the kind of driver for this geometry, where we wanted the master bedroom to have a focus towards this gum tree on the street to the north. The smaller portholes are to the bathroom areas, both upstairs and downstairs. Here is the front of the property looking down into the judo classroom, the balcony that is web forged and allows light and ventilation down to the subterranean courtyard, and the living room and screen above.
And yeah, bedroom.
Here's a view from the courtyard looking up, and the basement plan. The staircase also acts as a sculptural element that they can light up if they wish to.
Yeah, those sort of shadows just happen anyway.
Here's the rear of the property.
Do you see the sort of web forge of the rear courtyard below?
The top floor has 3 bedrooms, a playroom, and 2 bathrooms, and all those are screened in various ways, depending on their orientation. Here is the master bedroom with the aperture screen to the street, and the screen slides open when desired. The bathroom. Children's bedroom and play area and bathroom, and looking down over to the kitchen and dining area. Opening out onto that courtyard, spilling out. And there's a roof terrace for entertaining.
The original house that we replaced that was here that they lived in before actually took up the whole site. They had no garden before. So now they've got a garden to the rear and a roof garden as well.
And,
This
yeah.
is the last photo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.